Let's take a quick time out here. As a society, we get mired in some silly stuff like politics or which bathroom you want to use. Let's think about something that's really important, like who's going to win the Kentucky Derby? This is Danny Brewer, your favorite turf rider from Tennessee. The most exciting 2 minutes in the world of sports is virtually upon us. The field is virtually set for the 142nd run for the Roses. So as we get ready for some serious ciphering, let's take a quick look at an exacta of information that might help us grab a little glory come May 7th. First thing to think about has to be the last start for these four-legged phenoms. The series of 34 races leading up to the Kentucky Derby are very important for several reasons. First and foremost, the points earned by finishing in the top four are what determines the 23-year-olds that enter the starting gates. Of equal importance is the progression of the athlete. Four-time Derby winning trainer D. Wayne Lucas once told me, "They call them prep races for a reason, son. They're designed to prepare your horse for bigger things." You can't underscore the importance of peaking at the right time. Like any athlete, these horses have ups and downs. Getting right at the right time is the goal. That does not mean you have to win that final prep race before the historic mile and a quarter, but it certainly helps. The last 5 Kentucky Derby winners all won their final prep. The last horse to win off a loss was Super Saver in 2010, and he finished second in the Arkansas Derby. Since 2000, 10 Derby winners came to Churchill after winning their final prep. So which prep races matter the most? Well, they all matter. Of the final preps, the Bluegrass Stakes has produced the most Derby winners with 23. The last horse to win both the Bluegrass and Kentucky Derby was Strike the Gold in 1991. The last Derby winner that used the Bluegrass as his final prep was Street Sense in 2007. This year's Bluegrass winner was Brody's Cause. A son of Giants Causeway with a furious closing kick, this Del Romans trained colt certainly has the goods to pull off a Bluegrass Derby double. 2 of the last 4 Derby winners came to Louisville after emerging victorious in the Santa Anita Derby. I'll Have Another made it happen in 2012, and then in 2014, the mighty California Chrome shined in both races. The winner of the 2016 Santa Anita Derby is the battle-tested Exaggerator. This son of Curlin has been in some wars in his young career and flat out put on a show in the Santa Anita mud. Trained by Keith Desormeaux, Exaggerator has the pedigree and the willpower to be a Derby champ for sure. Could some of the other preps provide a clue as to who will win Derby 142? In a word, abso-doggone-lutely. Don't overlook anyone that makes the race. Remember, in 2005, Jockeys came off a 4th place finish in his final prep, as did underdog hero Mind That Bird in 2009. The back half of our exacta is the jockey. In a 20-horse field, the pilot can be a key element. Navigating both the start and the finish are very important in what some deem as a jockey's race. 2-time Derby winning jockey Jerry Bailey once told me the Derby cannot be won in the opening quarter mile, but it can certainly be lost. Who are some of the jocks to watch? Let's start with Gary Stevens. A real veteran of the game, Gary has won the Kentucky Derby 3 times, with the first coming in 1988 aboard the fabulous filly Winning Colors. Gary rides the Bob Baffert-trained More Spirit this year. Those 2 teamed up in 1997 with Silver Charm to take the Roses. Another veteran rider is Kent Desormeaux. This talented Cajun has also won 3 times in the world's most famous race, with the last coming in 2008 aboard the dominant and unbeaten Big Brown. This year he will look to boot home Exaggerator for his brother and trainer Keith. One to watch might be Mario Gutierrez aboard the unbeaten and likely Derby favorite Nyquist. Mario seems to have bonded with this Doug O'Neill-trained son of Uncle Mo, and trainer and jock teamed up with I'll Have Another in 2012. There are some other hot young jocks in the Derby like Luis Saez, Florent Geroux, and Irad Ortiz Jr. Inexperience in the Derby can be a good thing sometimes because you don't realize what it's all about, so you don't feel the pressure of it all. Missing from the riding ranks this year will be Calvin Borel. Like a comet, Calvin lit up the sky with 3 wins in a 4-year stretch. His masterful rides guided Street Sense to glory in 2007, Mind That Bird in 2009, and Super Saver in 2010. Now retired, we want to offer a salute to this Derby legend. His courage and passion were unequaled, and yes, Calvin, you will be missed. This is just a couple of angles on selecting your Derby horse. This is Danny Brewer. You can catch me on HorseRacingScoop.com. Remember, if you got a hunch, bet a bunch. Back your horse and get paid.